So when it comes to dieting, something that I get asked a lot is whether you can still lose weight whilst eating carb-based foods. So here we've got some bread, we've got some pasta, we've got some rice. And the answer to that question is you most definitely can still lose weight whilst eating carbs. And we're going to look at this from a calorie perspective. So if we take an average slice of bread, I mean, this is a higher calorie bread because it's multi-seed, but this slice has 134 calories in per slice, okay? 50 grams of pasta, maybe an average serving, has about 180 calories. And a half a pack of this rice, which is technically a serving for most people, would have 160 calories, okay? So, these are carb-based foods. So when people drop these foods from their diet, they typically replace them with foods that contain fewer calories, like vegetables and salads. So things like broccoli and carrots, peas, peppers, spinach, just basic veggies and salad-based foods. Now, per 100 grams, typically they're going to range between 20 to 40 calories, right? Which is significantly less than these carb-based foods. So, whereas 100 grams of pasta has 360 calories, 100 grams of broccoli has about 40 calories. So you can have significantly more broccoli to consume the same amount of calories as you would from 100 grams of pasta. Which is why when you drop these kind of foods, you may think you're actually eating more food because you're replacing it with veggies. So you're having a higher amount of volume of veggies, right? But it actually contains lower calories because it's just more nutrient dense. So it might look like you're eating more calories, but in actual fact you're just eating more volume of food, which is why when people say, hey, I'm eating more than I ever was and losing weight, it's that they're eating, they've just got a higher proportional volume, but the calories are still lower, which is why people tend to lose weight when they drop carbs from their diet. It's not that carbs are evil and that carbs are bad and that they make you fat. It's just that these carb-based foods have more calories than the foods that you typically replace them with. So any higher calorie food, whether it was fat-based or carb-based, if you replace that with a more nutrient-dense, lower calorie food, eventually you'd start to lose weight, providing you were in an overall calorie deficit. So that's why that tends to happen. It doesn't mean that you can't eat these foods and still lose weight. You most definitely can. But if you wanted to be a little bit more conscious about it, you could reduce the servings of these types of food that you're having and increase the number of portions and servings you're having of veggies, which will mean that it looks like you're eating more food, but you're actually consuming less calories. Therefore, you're more likely to be in a calorie deficit, and then the tendency is going to be to lose weight. So it doesn't mean that you need to cut these foods out of your diet completely, but if you start increasing the number of vegetables in your diet, chances are you'll start eating less of these foods, and that kind of weight loss will start to happen anyway. So that's just something to bear in mind when it comes to thinking about cutting carbs out completely. You don't necessarily have to. Just increase the amount of vegetables you're having, reduce the amount of carbs you're eating, and the magic will happen.